And now that Pezz is... Okay, Pezz is in fact back. So we are going to go for it. I thought we were going to have that dramatic irony where we were waiting for Demi and Pezz thought, you know, just waiting on Demi, I'm going to be right back. And then Demi came... Because Demi did come back immediately after he requested that.
Why is Light fat shaming Milk again with no context?
What do you need? Do you need a reason for that? Light does not need a reason, or no, he does need a reason, but he does not care about needing a reason. He will just go at any opportunity he can.
This is weird. It's a clan of weirdos. Protoss me so I can get back to spamming loud. What?
Yeah, lunch.
What's lunch?
Lunch.
Lunch.
Alchemist.
Is that a LOL reference that I'm too hardcore to understand?
I mean, Demi plays Dota.
Oh, okay. Anyway, we are on Everdream, and if you've ever dreamed, you know what I mean. LE. LE, of course, stands for Ladder Elevator. Ladder Elevator. That's what happened to Joey. He just showed up, won a game, and now is in the finals. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. In the southwest corner of the map. Representing... my shoulders disappeared. Representing... Australia. And Team Mindfreak. It is our Pulpa Protoss. Give it up for Pezz. The runner-up from last week.
That is Spencer himself.
And in the northeast corner of the map, our Red Zerg, 14, count them, 14 times Grand Platypus Open champion. All the way from the land of India, representing Downfall Gaming. Our Red Zerg is the Shark, Demi.
Demi Shark do 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 do.
Demi Shark do 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 do. Demi Shark do 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 do.
All right. What have we got here?
I mean, we have the runner-up from last week, which is Pezz.
Indeed we do.
I don't know if it's. I don't know if we said something about it. Maybe Light didn't hear.
Well, I mean, you know, he is the runner-up from last week. If we didn't mention that, made it to.
Sorry, I don't know why that broke me, but. just bragging on Light. That's what you like to do.
Exactly. He doesn't have a mic in front of him. What a once of a platform.
Hashtag not like this. Anyway. Pezz is getting that early Twilight Council again.
Yep. Glaive printer is about to go blur. Well, technically, first you're gonna have to have the Robo printer go blur, and then the Warp Prism printer, and then the Adept printer, and then the Glaive printer.
So I don't see a Robo printer though.
Well, they're right there. There are about 32 of them. I'm talking about probes because they built the Robo facility.
Okay. This joke is not.
Yeah, no, I thought it was clever. I thought it was.
No,
clever.
in general, no, not but you were clever. I thought the joke is just in general. It's kind of stupid.
Try to make the best of what you got.
This is all I got, Yaku. I don't know what to tell you. That Chip Tumor might be a bad place there in the in Demi's wall. That might be preventing him from actually wanting off.
From actually building something, yeah. But I mean, if I think a queen, no, maybe.
Queen not thinking enough for there, I believe.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty awkward.
And they're about to start printing glaives. They're about to start printing in color.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's technically blue, but it kind of looks white without glaives. I just noticed that.
You gotta have some magenta correction.
Pezz does jump in.
Giant, and then they install some magenta toner, and okay, that's a double robo combinate for Pezz. So it looks like he's not going to be fully committing to this item.
Yeah, looks like he's gonna be transitioning. Gonna be transitioning into either a immortal heavy build or potentially a disruptor heavy build. Although we have seen a bit of a recurrent, a bit of a resurgence
the
in
rise of the
Colossus during PvZ. I don't think they need to rise. They're pretty tall.
They need to rise in order to be tall.
Ah. You know what, Seal? I just noticed this in the previous series that we casted. Aren't Immortals kind of the inverse of Colossus and vice versa? Colossus are very tall units, they do AoE damage, and they're really good against light units. However, on the flip side, Immortals, they're pretty short, they do single target damage, and they're really good against armored units.
Wow, you've sure broken down the analysis of the game here, Yaku.
Exactly, I solved it. I solved it for everyone. People have been scratching their heads, and I solved it. They've been wondering.
Like, you know how Zerglings are small and there's a lot of them, and they do melee damage, but you know they're kind of weak. But roaches, they're kind of big and beefy and strong, and they have ranged attacks. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Genius. You information centaur. This is why they call it the information centaur. Anyway, Pezz is coming in. This is
this is actually a really potent attack.
To some immortal backup
here. There are a lot of buffs here with the sentries, a lot of force fields. Getting a little bit of a base race, but I don't think Demi is going to be able to break Pezz.
It's blocking through the wall, and he's in the main, starting to munch on the probes, but this should be claimed out without terrible damage.
The favor the scales are just far in favor of Pezz right now.
I don't know, Demi still has the higher worker supply. If you can stabilize this thing,
I think it depends on when...
good bailing hits.
Yeah, but that's really dependent on Pezz messing up. The
force fields are perfect.
Indeed they are. Again, at this point in the game, I think it is much more on Pezz to make a mistake rather than for Demi to have a perfect
with the adepts.
Have a perfect engagement. And we do see that Pezz does not make any mistake there.
Yeah, very nice control by Pezz.
1-0.
It could have definitely, the tide could have been turned with the Banelings, but Pezz was in control of that fight perfectly.
I think it is. I mean, yeah, like I said, when it got to that point in the game when Pezz had basically his entire army all the way in right up in Demi's face, whereas Demi's own aggression kind of got defended against. The ball was just so in favor of Pezz's court that Demi had to hope for not just a perfect engagement, but also for Pezz to slip up a little there.
Yeah, exactly.
And Pezz kind of knew that, I think, so he was being a little careful with his sentries. And we kind of saw that, we did end up seeing that work out.
Yep. Also, no bailing speed for Demi there, so...
Accurate.
That could have been somewhat helpful. Although I don't think they would have been able to break through the force fields there. Yeah,
yeah, not with that little ravages.
So it's Demi's map to choose right now.
Oh, he just went on to make a lobby.
Alright.
Oh wait, but sign a map pool. That is correct.
Yeah, we don't have Eternal Empire or Zen. They do not exist for us.
We don't acknowledge its existence. Or recognize it, rather.
What was I thinking
Yes.
about? I don't know. I was
We're gonna
catching up on.
speak
I was
up on
catching up on
something
the
and
live feed chat, which I haven't been reading. But you know, there was no pertinent information there, and it kind of made me lose train of thought. And I wasn't listening to you, and I completely. Then there was just silence, and I was like,
Hashtag full daunted.
Why are you ragging on Daunted now?
I don't know.
What did
Light
Daunted
decided
do to you? Of all people,
I
what
don't
did
know,
Daunted
Light-
do to you?
I don't know. It's just something Light said.
Oh, it's why is Light just ragging on random ducklings for no good reason?
It's cause he's the boss. Much like Angela from not Taxi Driver. Actually, was it Taxi? Same in that sitcom.
Are you
I
kidding me?
can tell.
Are you
I can tell
kidding me?
Steel's brain
Are you
is just
kidding me?
processing right now.
Are you kidding me?
I can tell that Steel's
The
brain
name
is just
of the show,
continuing to
Yaku.
process.
The name of the show, Yaku, is Who's the Boss, not Taxi Driver. For fuck's sake.
I don't know how I got Taxi Driver from that.
Because maybe you're thinking about Taxi, which was another sitcom from the 80s.
Right.
70s, actually. 70s or something like that.
That's probably it. All right, we're gonna go.
But Taxi
into
Driver
the next
is
one.
actually a movie with
It's a
Robert De
movie,
Niro. That's the one with Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me?
Oh, that's the one.
Yeah.
For some reason I thought that was from Dirty Harry.
No, Dirty Harry is Are you feeling lucky, punk? Where are you?
Well, you're not punk, and I'm telling everyone.
You're not punk enough, you're not hardcore. Anyway, we are on Golden Wall, the wall which is in fact golden. That is the wall that prevents you from getting into Platinum League. LE, just in case you did not know, stands for Lawless Emission. Lawless Emission. That's what happens when Light eats too many burritos.
Oof.
In the southwest corner of the map. All the way from the land of India, representing Team Downfall Gaming, our Red Zerg. He's in fact the shark. He is in fact Demi.
Do.
And in the southeast corner of the map, currently up 1 in this best of 3 semi-final of today's Grand Platypus Open, the number 27. Give it up for Australia's very own Pezz.
The dispenser himself. Did I ever tell you, Steel, that
What?
for a while? I
That's
didn't
why
know-
that's why he's going with Glaive Adepts.
Yeah, he's dispensing them.
He's dispensing the Pezzes. Alright, what were we saying?
Because they're not Tic Tacs, they're Pezz tablets. You know, for a while, I had a lot of self-doubt about whether it was Pezz or PE2. That's my
What?
confession,
What
Father.
is- Oh,
Please forgive me.
the candy
Candy,
Pezz.
yeah.
I thought Pezz because he has 2 Z's in his name, and that'll be so it's 22.
Well, I mean, you know, can be now.
Maybe it's like Petutu.
Like Patootie,
Yeah, but Petutu.
like the clan.
What the fuck are we talking about?
All right. Well, we do see that Demi is taking this quite a bit more seriously. Taking his opponent quite a bit more seriously. He knows that it is Golden Wall, so he's gonna be scouting around just to make sure that there aren't any proxies. This is
Yeah.
a fairly proxiable map.
There is another Twilight Council from Pezz coming up.
Yep, and I think there might... No, there's just a scouting probe.
A robo.
Alright, well, if
Here
it
comes the
ain't
robo.
broke, don't break it.
If you ain't broke, don't robo.
That's Harstem recently went through this build on his YouTube channel. I just really like the title that he went with it. It was the one build that beat Cyril and then lost to Rogue. Oh, but it's actually it is full on zest. It is full zest this time. Pezz previously went for a Glaive Adept and then went into more of a Soul Train. This time it is going to be the Dark Shrine, which is, funnily enough, the safer option at this point in PvZ, I would say, Seal. Because, you know what, Archons, they are pretty good. The days of the Soul Train versus Roach Ravager, I think they have started to pass us by. That's not so much in the meta anymore.
Yeah, especially on this map where you can be very mobile with the Warp Prism, and back away to the safety of the Forbidden Zone, which is behind the between the bases there. It can only be opened by mining minerals.
By workers.
By workers.
It's symbolism. You can't open that wall via man with gun. It has to be man with drill.
Only the working man can open this wall, or the working probe, or the working drone. The working worker, basically.
But not the fighting Ling.
How do the Carracks get in there, though?
Zealot. They can fly. They have wings. They're not bound by the law.
Alright. Here it comes.
Where's the detection, Demi? Where's the detection? The lair not quite finished. And we do see Pezz gonna be targeting that down immediately. Demi kind of scrambling right now to try to get a score out,
overseers immediately.
Alright, he is making one.
He did
manage to get one. But
by
is
that,
late.
it's going to lose
There are 4 DTs and they are wreaking havoc. Arguably already game-ending damage here.
For free. For absolutely no damage to Pezz.
And now he's just going to transition, getting Blink, but on the wrong building.
Yeah, and now they're going to be transitioning into Archons, and now they're going to start harassing Demi. Because up
at
till
this
now,
point, you don't really need... At this point, detection is at least Demi's worries.
Usually the Dark Templar warp in. That's just to see if you can get any damage done before you turn them into Archons. You don't expect
to actually get
kill
damage
a
done.
lair, a finished lair that wasn't cancelled, and then a spawning pool. That still hasn't finished, by the way. It is not being rebuilt.
It's slowly getting rebuilt.
Yeah, that's a lot of time where Demi can't make Zerglings, can't make Queens, can't make a lot of tech buildings. Actually, can you upgrade to a lair without a spawning pool? I don't think you can.
You cannot, in fact.
Yeah, there you go. As soon as the spawning pool finishes, it starts the lair. So this was such a huge delay.
That it was.
I almost wonder whether. Yeah, there we go. Demi just realizes it's way too far behind.
That again, that was just opportunity knocking on Pezz's door, and Pezz just inviting it right on in.
I mean, if Demi went into some kind of roach all-in as a response immediately, possibly he could have stayed in the game. Again, that would have been tough, but maybe.
Yeah, that would have been.
But yeah, he tried to stabilize, but he was just way too far behind.
Yeah, even then, going for that roach wall in, it's not.
It would have
very reliable,
damage.
Especially considering how many resources Demi was behind by.
Yeah, but it would have just possibly bought him enough time.
It would have been
to stabilize.
It would have been the better option, but yeah, I definitely think Demi, for a split second, relied a bit more on instinct rather than on calculation.
Can you see units the units that were killed, or think? Because I'm trying to see. Yeah, Demi killed 1 unit the entire game. Pezz lost
And that was a
1
scouting
unit.
probe.
And that was a
That was a
scouting probe.
scouting probe. Yeah, that's just about what happened. I'm about as baffled as you, Steel. That was... I don't know, that's not even a very wacky or cheeky, crazy game there. It was just... It was just everything lining up there for Pezz, pretty much.
Yeah. Exactly. I wonder if kind of maybe in this map you kind of have to have like blind spores there. You can't just wait for the layer to be good observation, especially against a player like Pezz, who has shown that he's getting the he got the Twilight Council early pretty much every game we saw of him.
Well, yeah, he did, but I think what happened with Demi was he scouted early on with the drone, right? And Pezz, I would say intentionally delayed Dark Shrine until after that drone was dealt with, because I'm thinking Demi was expecting a Soul Train once again.
Yeah, I was expecting another Adept Glaives thingy.